Hello, this is Lynn, David Livsey, and this is Encounters. This is the first of the new shows where today I'm in Westlaco, Texas. And I'm here with Lisa. She's behind the camera though. So she's here. Say hello, Lisa.
Hi, everyone.
Excellent. So it's Lynn and Lisa as usual.
Yes.
And what hotel are we at?
We are at the Villa de Cortez in
And-
Westlaco, Texas.
And this is a very fancy hotel. Why don't you take a panorama? This hotel was built in 1928.
Yes.
And this is a beautiful hotel. And it has, is known for, hauntings and things like that. But this is an elegant hotel.
Yes.
And we was here today to investigate some activity in the basement area and to find out about some of the ghost activity. And that we'll be looking into later. But we do have a special guest with us today. Let's introduce our special guest today.
Okay.
Our special
Janie?
guest is
Janie.
Janie Oyoke,
excellent. And she's been working at this hotel for
21 years.
21 years, right. And tell us a little bit about the activity first in the basement.
Oh, sometimes I
Feel like
feel
A
a lot
pres-
of pressure
Yeah.
in my back.
yeah, something's touching
So-
you?
Yes, sometimes.
Right.
Mhm.
And then you have seen ghost activity throughout the hotel too, correct?
Correct.
Yes. And this hotel has a lot of parties and quinceañeras and activity, and this is one of the main hotels in Central Texas, I should say in the Rio Grande Valley, in the Mid Valley, I should say.
Yeah.
And this is an elegant place, and we will be starting our investigation, and we're doing it on Friday the 13th. Is a full moon, and we hope to be able to come up with some answers. And with that, join us in the basement of the Cortez. Excellent. We're on our way to the basement. I'm not recording. Okay, go ahead. Oops. Okay. So this is the basement of the hotel here. Okay, so this is the basement. You can see all the decorations from Africa and from all over the world. And we're going in. The owner is a worldwide traveler. She goes all over the world, and she brings a lot of her decorations back. And maybe this is the feelings that you're getting down here is from all the decorations and things. Now, I feel something in this area here going back this way, but we're going to first take a tour of the whole place, and then we'll go back. But I feel something over here.
That is the kitchen.
Okay.
You want to go in there?
Yeah, let's go into the kitchen. Go ahead and go. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
And while she's doing the kitchen, I need to do something.
Okay, we are in the basement of the Cortez Hotel. And here is the kitchen.
you can report me. There's a presence of something behind this wall here. There's something on the other side of this wall. But I'm using it as a magic mirror, how they used to do it back in the 1800s. And there's a very strong presence right here, not on this side of the wall, but there's something on the other side of this wall which is very, very strong. Especially over here in the corner. They're very, very healing. Very strong over here also, but from the other side of this wall. So we're going to try to see what's on the other side of this wall here. Let's go this way. And we're going to see, that was the kitchen area. This is the, they're having a anniversary, what kind of party?
What kind of party, Janie?
90 birthday.
A 90th?
A birthday party
A
here.
90th
birthday
party tomorrow night.
Excellent.
So it is decorated.
Yes, decorated, and there's a presence here too. And let's see what I was picking up. I'm now on the other side of the wall. I got energy coming off of that picture. Very strong right here. I don't know why. Let's continue. And you're following me. And this is the bar area on the other side of that wall there. A lot of these animal prints are charged. But these were brought. Now we're on the other side of the wall here. I'm going to check to see what this actually is that I'm feeling. Okay, here's some other animals. A gorilla. Over here, you don't have that strong feeling. Everything feels normal over in this area. Have you seen the monkeys? With the monkey area here, it's a strong feeling again. From the skin, you're getting energy also. How long have these pictures been here?
Maybe for 8 years.
8 years?
Yes.
No, there's no energies coming from the totems. And what's strange about the energy I'm picking up is that some of it is negative and some of it is positive. Which in most places you only have one type of energy, you don't have both. But over here you're getting negative energy. With the giraffe, you get positive energy. And with the monkeys, you're back to negative energy, which is very strange. Behind the bar, you have negative energy on the backside of the wall. Negative energy from the giraffe. But this room has a lot of different types of energy. It has several different energy flows, which is very unique to one location. I believe, let me ask Janie.
Janie,
Do you know where these prints and animals came from?
The animal
Yes.
is from Africa.
So these are real African.
Yes.
right?
Okay. And maybe that's why they're giving off different energy things. I'll try to get more information, but as I said, what is very strange is that, so all these decorations was imported
Yes.
from Africa here. Negative energy here, coming from the items here. But this is all items that was imported from Africa. I believe some of these items are turned on. But just take a good panoramic view. But as I said, the owner of this hotel is a worldwide traveler, and she got all these African items here, and a lot of these items are radiating energy. So I'm going to do a reading and try to discover where the energy is coming from and what type of energy it is. And let me look over here. The zebra skin is giving off energy too. Okay, so we're going to do a reading and try to get some answers.
I need to go.
how long have these African pieces been here?
8 years, maybe 8.
So 8 years, so this is 2019. So in the year, 8 years, so in 2010 they was not here, right? Okay, so we're gonna go back to 29, January 1st of 2009. Okay, in the basement here, you used to have ghosts. The ghosts left and they're upstairs. They're no longer in the basement. What's in the basement now is animal spirits. You have the spirits of the animals, and also you have some spirits of other animals that have joined the animals down here. But there's animal spirits and earth spirits here. And that's where you're getting, there's not, how many different types are there here? There's 4 different types of spirits, but these are not like ghosts or spirits. These are animal spirits and earth spirits and things like that. Okay, you ever see any, have you ever been hit down here with the lights off? Or in dim light, and do you see any like lights or flashes or anything like that, or okay. They're saying there's some kind of fairy creatures or gnome creatures down here. Okay, and they're down here too, but most of the things that's down here is kind of animal stuff. And they're friendly, but sometimes they like to play. So they do little things like, especially gnome creatures, they're known for like taking items, and you get what I'm saying, don't you? If you leave your keys, they'll take them and move them to another place and do little things like that. They're just playing around, okay? But they're not trying to hurt anybody or whatever, they just play. You get what I'm saying? And that's what's in the basement. Now there used to be ghosts in the basement, but since these creatures and things have come down here, they have moved upstairs to the other floors. Okay, but there is no more ghosts in the basement. And this hotel, okay, this hotel do not have any spirits. This hotel only have ghosts. A lot of ghosts. There's as many as 15 ghosts that reside in this hotel. And they move around. Okay, but they have their section. And they might live in one area, but they move around. Okay, but all the ghosts have their little assigned space. You know what I'm saying, don't you? Like, well, like these ghosts, they don't need a whole room to live. One of the ghosts, they might live in a closet or something like that, and that's where they live. But they roam the entire place. But there's 15 of them. You get what I'm saying? Okay, and then they roam the other floors. Okay, and the main activity is on the. How many floors is?
5.
And what's on the 5th floor?
Is the offices.
The offices.
Are on the 4th floor.
Yes.
4th floor.
So there's.
Basement is another floor.
So it's 4 floors plus the
floor
basement.
Plus the basement.
Really?
And besides for the offices on the 4th floor, what else is on the 4th floor?
The roof.
The roof? And the operation of the hotel is on the first, second, and third floor, right?
Yes.
And the fourth floor is the offices. Okay. Most of the ghosts live on the fourth floor, but they roam around because people are coming and going on the other floors, so they roam around. But most of them live on the fourth floor in their assigned places. That is where most of them are located. But you're going to have activity throughout the hotel, and let me see. All the ghosts here are under the rules of coexistence. So you do not have any poltergeists here or anything like that. The ghosts here, they try to stay out of the way of the guests who are here. And sometimes, if a room been empty for a while, they might be in a room and they didn't know that someone entered the room, and that's when you come across them, especially if a room been empty for a week or two or whatever. They might think, oh, no one's using this room, so they decide to start using that room, and then you're going to rent the room out, and they didn't know that you was going to rent it out. It's not like you're calling them on the phone and telling them. You get what I'm saying? But they try to stay out of the way of the guests as much as possible. And that's the reason when there's a lot of activity on the other floors is why they go upstairs to the fourth floor. And then at night and things, when there's less activity, is when they come down to the lower floors. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? Okay. But they try to stay away from the guests as much as possible. Okay. Did this make sense? Okay. And what other questions you have? They don't have any complaints. They're very happy here. What's going on in the basement, as I said, there's no ghost in the basement. These are animal spirits and these little fairy and gnome creatures. And that's what's down here in the basement. And they're under the rules of coexistence too. Yes. Yeah, but that's why you get different feelings when you walk around, because of some of these animals, like some of these skins, you have especially what you have a stuffed baboon over there.
Yes.
And things like that, and animal spirits are attracted to like real animals or things that are remind them of real animals. Like like you have a giraffe over there that's not real, but for some reason they like the giraffes, and they like particular items that they like to hang around. They also like the monkeys and things like that, because it reminds them of being outdoors, of the wilderness, and you get what I'm saying, don't you? Okay, and even though they're not in Africa anymore, these animal spirits like how this place is decorated, and it reminds them of their own of long time. But as I said, they're not harming anybody. They just, but they've been here for a long time. How long has these fairy and gnome creatures been here? Okay. Okay, you said these African islands have been here for 8 years. They started to arrive around 5 years ago. At first, you just had the animal spirits that came with the skins and everything, and then the activity started peaking. Around 5 years ago, you started attracting these other creatures. So now you have the gnome fairy creatures here and the animal spirits here. And what they try to do when there's guests is they hide in certain corners or whatever, just try to stay away from the guests. And then, but they like the basement because the basement is normally closed off, and then they just have their free roam of this whole area, and they can just do whatever they like, and they like it that way, where that people basically stay out of the basement. And that's the reason when they hear somebody coming, they go and see who's coming. And that's the reason when you get off the escalator, especially when it's dark, you feel like somebody's looking at you, because they want to know who is coming down here. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Because they like it when it's nice and dark, and they can do their little thing. Okay. Does this make sense? Okay. So, is there anything else we need to know about this place? the gnomes and the fairy creatures and all of them, everybody's very happy here. And they wish this place stay the way it is. They do not want it to change, and they want it to stay the way it is because this place is nice and quiet. We don't have a lot of, crazy people here or crazy activity. They like it where it's very mellow and peaceful and everything, and they love this environment, and they wish it stays this way for a very long time. Okay. And they're not planning on leaving anytime soon. So, unless so so to do a cleansing or something would be to ask them to leave, but they are happy here, and unless you have a problem with that, they're under the rules of coexistence, where y'all are working here and the guests are staying here, but they're living here too. Y'all are all sharing and coexisting in the same space. You have the animal spirits and the gnomes and fairies in the basement, and you have the ghosts, the 15 ghosts that's living on the other floors. And everybody's supposed to be getting along. And as I said, and they stay on the 4th floor when there's guests and things, or there's a lot of activity in the hotel. But at night, they wander down to the lower floors and do their have their little fun.
And that's a lot when they hear them. When Janie, after the parties and everybody's gone, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, right,
Yeah.
Janie?
Yes.
That's when you hear a
Yeah,
lot of
because they're
activity.
wandering down to see what all the activity is about, and they're peeking around corners and seeing what was going on. And that's when you see them peeking around because they was wondering what was all the noise, what was all the activity. And that's when you actually get a glimpse of them. You get what I'm saying? But they're just curious. They're not there to scare you or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just
No harm.
wanting to know what was all the noise and what was all the activity. That make sense? Excellent. Any other question you have about the hotel or anything like that? Or, but you've been here working here how many years?
21.
And are you happy working here?
Yes,
And it's very nice and peaceful and everything? Excellent, excellent. And it's a great environment, excellent. So let's see if there's anything they want to add. The only thing they would like to add is that they're saying that they're very happy here, and they wish that they are not asked to leave. They want to stay here, okay? And they will try, and they promise to try to behave and stay out of everybody's way, but they do not want to be asked to leave, okay? And that's the only thing that they're saying, and and they promise that they will try to stay out of people's way and try to be more in the shadows so people won't see them as often. It's what they're willing to do if they are allowed to stay. Okay. But I am not here to do a cleansing. I'm only here to do an investigation. And that's what they're afraid of, because I normally do cleansings and they think I'm here to do a cleansing, but I'm only here to do an investigation. I'm not here to do a cleansing. And that they're worried that I'm here to kick them out. Because that's what I normally go to places to kick things out. But here I'm doing an investigation. I am not kicking anybody out. I'm just investigating. Are we clear on that? Excellent. And anything else? So any other questions, or we're good? Okay. Okay, we're closed. Okay. But that's their thing. They're saying if they are allowed to stay, they will behave and try to stay out of people's way, but they do not want to leave. Okay. And I reassured them that I'm not here for that purpose. Okay. I came here to investigate, not to kick out. Okay. Yes. But they're very happy here. You're very happy here. Everything, and if my attitude is, if it's not broken, don't fix it. If you have a problem with ghosts or spirits or whatever, then you need to fix the problem. But if you're not having a problem, you shouldn't fix it. And as I said, and the reason you have little problems here, like with them touching you or whatever, they're just playing. That's their thing of playing their little games or doing the little this. And those little creatures, but they like to hide little things and play their little, you know what I'm saying? But it's all in fun. It's not that they're trying to hurt or hinder you.
Only play.
Only play.
Maybe just to let us know that they're here.
Yes.
That their
But
presence
they're
is
like
here.
children. They're like little kids.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.